So Rory is walking Casper there, one of our dogs, and he's here. At the beginning, he got a little bit too excited when he saw dogs. He's still interested in them, but at least now he can pay attention and stay there and control that urge to running towards that dog or barking towards the dog. See his eyes. He's very focused on the dog, but we have to keep working that, and that's what we want. So he can look to the dog. He can be curious. He can't bark at the dog, get reactive, pull the leash if he was on a walk, or get off the bed. He has to mind his own business. Ah, buddy.
Running through doors.
Darlene is there, one of our dogs, and we're just walking dogs by. That's Rory walking dogs, while this guy stays here. So I was reading his owner report of things or unwanted behaviors, and one of the unwanted behaviors was getting too excited with dogs or pulling the leash. What I understand that maybe it comes from reactivity. Reactivity.
Here, aggression towards dogs.
Aggression towards dog. That's a reactivity. So we have many dogs walking in order to condition him to look at them and just chill.
8.
So this guy, in his owner's report, the prey drive for him was 10. So we're here in a place where he will see many little animals like that. He's very auditive. He heard something, and he's on the watch to start just building his duration on the bed and impulse control with those situations. Little animals running by, squirrels, and all the things you might find when you're walking your dog that he didn't know how to handle before, and that's what we help him maybe recondition his mind and association so he can handle all those things that trigger him much better. So we are going over the owner's report. This is a report that the owners fills out in order for us to understand what are the main problems or issues for each dog. And I'm here with Dania. We're here. Mateo is here and Dania. So there's lots of distractions around, and also at the same time he's not tied to anything. We have environmentals, squirrels, every type of animal, small animal that he loves to chase and prey. Reading his report, we get to that conclusion, and dogs walking by. He's very interested to dogs. No, just stay there, buddy. See, just stay on the bed. We are working with him, and he's learning leash manners and leash pressure concepts. He gets excited in some situations. That dog there grabbed his attention a little bit, but he is learning and he is staying there, so that's good. Pulling on the leash, he's doing much better. So 10, it's the highest rank. 10 is the highest, or the worse the situation is 10, and the better or less is better. In this case, less is better. So let's go with the other one, and we're sharing this with our friends, so they know how we read a report that the owner fills out, so we have an idea of where the dog was or what things we need to address when they come in for rehab and training. Okay, doors.
Running through doors, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That's a pretty high rank. He was not that bad. The thing is that he was never taught how to be polite
Doors.
on thresholds. That makes sense. And we're teaching him that, and he's doing pretty well. So he's doing pretty well. Very good, buddy. What else we have?
Excessive barking, 7 out of 10.
We found out, at least here, that he's not big on the barking department. He barks in normal situations. logical situation. What I mean with that is when somebody arrives, comes in at dinner time, he barks. But it's not a compulsive, round the clock barking. It's not that. And sometimes we we put too high expectations on the dog, and we don't want him to bark. And I'm not saying that this is the case, but we have to be careful with that because the dog should be allowed to bark in logical situations that are normal, like when somebody uh, just gets to the door, to the front door, and those things. So we have to also understand what this dog is. He is an American bulldog, so they can be territorial. They can be a little bit of protectors, and they bark. They will alert if somebody is at the front door. Okay, let's go with resource guarding. 8 out of 10. That's a main concern. We have one of our doggies walking that. That's an Australian Shepherd. Resource guarding, we haven't found problems with that. That said, we're gonna work on that because it's 8 out of 10, so it's a main issue for the owner, and we have to put extra attention to that because we haven't encountered that situation. We haven't worked with it really because we didn't have the necessity, but following the report, we will address that. But that said, we will work with priorities like doors, thresholds, manners, not pulling the leash, being polite on walks, not being reactive with dogs, and those issues. Okay? Hey, Bet. Good boy. Yeah, just stay there. Good job. Territorial is one of the issues. 10 out of 10.
Yep.
That's very high. So we haven't found any problems regarding that because right here he has no need to be territorial. But at home, it's a very different story. The kind of dog he is one of his traits. He might be protective of his space and territorial. We will address and work with that. And after that, there are some guidelines and a plan we will give the owner so you can put into place to help him, because part of that is dealt with handling of the dog, or in other words, management in this case.
Human and dog aggression.
Okay, human and dog aggression. Regarding humans, we've not found him to be aggressive at all with team members, clients, with visitors here. And that said, we don't have many visitors, but with the day-by-day humans that visit or are around. So he has been a pretty good doggy on those situations. With dogs, yes, he gets a little too aroused, and when he gets closer to dogs, and we are working with that, we are changing associations and helping him better handle those situations. So that's something that we are working because it's one of the main concerns, and it's something that's very important. Hey, Ben. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. We have a dog there, that's it. You see? So he's doing better. He's not being aggressive to the dog. He is not running there. He's staying in command, because for many of those situations, impulse control helps a lot. It's our ally. We have to work a lot on impulse control, because impulse control will help when the moment arises that he encounters other dog or a stressful situation for him, including on walks. He will know or have a better association on how to handle things. Fear, 8 out of 10. Well, I found that he's not that fearful. He might be shy in some instances. He might get worried because he doesn't know how to handle some situations, and we have to build the right associations so he feels safe. He feels builds confidence. So fear is not that bad. We are working to build his confidence, obedience, being very clear with him, being very intentional in what we tell the dog, clear messages. It's very important for him to not be confused because fear many times just comes from confusion. So it's very important to understand that we don't really talk to the dogs. We just are intentional in what we say. We use commands because those are sounds that the dog matches with actions, and everything is clear for him. So that communication is key to help him if he is afraid of some situation, to help him to navigate it better. He's avoiding. He's going to the opposite way, minding his own business. That's good. Come on, come on, buddy. We have Rambunctious, energetic Australian Shepherd there, and he's here. And what I want him to do, hey, keep his ears back and relax. The dog is there, but it's none of your business. Hey, that's what I want. So we're working a lot on these situations. He can look at the dog, watch the dog, nothing bad with that, curiosity. We don't want him getting stimulated or getting aroused, excited, because he just might trigger, and we don't want him to rehearse undesired behaviors. That's it.